Sir Alex Ferguson's Man United's eye of big signings who flopped from Veron to Forlan. With another transfer window on the horizon, Manchester United will be looking to bolster their squad as the Ralph Rangnick revolution continues. Names such as Jesse Lingard, Paul Pogba, and Donny van de Beek have all been linked with moves away from the Red Devils. But United have developed a knack of replacing stars down the years. That being said, not every player to have walked through the gates of Old Trafford has been a success, and under Sir Alex Ferguson there was a long list of failures. Daily Star Sport is looking at a starting site of high-profile flops under Sir Alex. Sir Alex has had some shockers when it comes to signing goalkeepers. Mark Bosnich immediately springs to mind. However, we've opted to hand the American Tim Howard the starting spot after Fergie negotiated a £4 million fee to bring the keeper out of his homeland for the first time. After a quick start, Howard made an error against Porto in the Champions League that saw him replaced by Roy Carroll. Carroll and Howard battled for the spot for the rest of the season before Fergie brought in Edwin van der Sar from Fulham. Who is United's worst signing of all time? Let us know in the comments section. We've opted for a 3-5-2 formation thanks to Sir Alex's incredibly ability to sign full backs. William Prunier takes the first spot on the list after he was brought in on a short-term loan after a series of injuries to United's backline. Prunier made a largely forgettable 2 appearances for the Red Devils, including a 4-1 drubbing at hands of Tottenham in 1995. United offered the Frenchman an extended trial, but Prunier packed his bags and moved to Copenhagen. They don't get much worse than this. Sir Alex smashed the British transfer record to bring Juan Sebastian Veron from Lazio to United for £28.1 million. Veron was signed to aid United in Europe, but it was domestically that Veron destabilized the United side as they relinquished their title to an unstoppable Arsenal side. The Argentine lasted 2 seasons at Old Trafford before he was offloaded to Chelsea for a cut price. Another high-profile defender to arrive at Old Trafford and then promptly flop was World Cup winner Laurent Blanc. Sir Alex had battled for Blanc's signature since 1996, and he finally got his man in 2001, when Blanc was 35. Clearly past his best, the Frenchman struggled in the Premier League. And he hung up his boots in 2003, when he left the Red Devils after a 2-year stay. Wilfried Zaha is unique in this list, being the only man to be signed by Sir Alex that never actually made an appearance under the Scotsman. Ferguson negotiated the signing on a Bozeman in January 2013, 6 months before he left Old Trafford when he retired. Zaha later recalled, "I was gutted really, because I was thinking the main reason why I'm even coming here is because Sir Alex Ferguson is one of the best managers in the world. And he's the reason why I've come. It's a no-brainer with me speaking to him." Eric Jemba, so good they named him twice, or, at least, that's what Sir Alex would have been hoping when he walked into Carrington. Jemba arrived from Nantes for £3.5 million in 2003, and he was earmarked as the eventual replacement for Roy Keane. However, things never really panned out that way for the Cameroonian, who is remembered as one of the worst Premier League players of all time. Incredibly, Sir Alex managed to convince Aston Villa to fork over £1.3 million for his services in 2007. The name Cruyff speaks for itself, it's footballing royalty. Unfortunately, for United, Jordi Cruyff struggled to walk in the sizable boots of his illustrious father, Johan Cruyff. Cruyff put pen to paper for a £1.4 million transfer that took the Dutchman from Barcelona to northwest England in 1996. The Dutchman's spell at United was ravaged by injuries, and he eventually left on a free in 2000. There was an understandable excitement when Anderson arrived at United. After all, he was a fleet-footed Brazilian with time on his side. Anderson was awarded the FIFA Golden Boy in 2008, and he too untied's famous No. 8 shirt. But things quickly spiraled out of control for Anderson, and he famously had to receive oxygen after being substituted during an international fixture in La Paz. Anderson eventually left Old Trafford in 2015 when he returned to his homeland. Another infamous deal of the late 2000s was Portuguese winger Bibi. United had a good track record of plucking from their local side's young Portuguese wingers and turning them into superstars. However, Bibi wasn't the next Cristiano Ronaldo, far from it. While he didn't cost as much as others on this list, Bibi is perhaps Sir Alex's biggest transfer flop. Before Holmes under the hammer fame, Dion Dublin was a handy striker. He made a name for himself at Cambridge United in the early 1990s, and his performances convinced United to part ways with £1 million for his services. However, Dublin broke his leg during his second appearance, and United signed Eric Cantona from Leeds. His United career never really took off after that. To finish off our side is Diego Forlan, one of United's most infamous missed opportunities. Forlan perhaps had his best footballing stint after he left Old Trafford, and he is most fondly remembered for his brilliance at the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. The Uruguayan bagged 1 goal in his first 34 appearances under Sir Alex. However, a brace at Anfield has at least earned him cult hero status.